Hey, everybody. Welcome back to 30 Flirty and Freaking Out. I am one of your hosts, Taya.
Hi guys, I'm Heather.
And this is the first time we're doing this on video, so bear with us here.
Yeah.
'Cause we're
Also, I don't know if
figuring.
this is going to see the light of day because this face was made for radio.
I am pretty sure that there's a filter we can put on it.
Oh, that'd be great.
No, ironically, guys, I'm sitting in my bedroom and Heather is sitting at my kitchen island out there,
Hmm.
and I'm in here with my door closed. This is what I call therapy corner because this is where I do my therapy every week.
It's a gorgeous corner. That
It's
corner
such
was
a cozy
made for
little corner.
video. Yeah, I love
It's
it.
it's really my sad little plant. It's gonna grow up to do good things though. But okay, so this week we're talking all about holidays,
Yeah, it's holiday
and
season, so it only
yeah,
makes sense.
yeah, it's the reason for the season. And we had asked you guys to send us your holiday traditions. So in the midst of this conversation, we're going to be including some of the things that you guys have sent us, which was really fun to read. And thank you
Hmm.
for sharing all what you
Yes.
did. Um, but I think, Heather, let's start talking about kind of our experiences growing up since we didn't celebrate holidays.
Yeah. So I think there's probably a misconception that we felt really left out as kids, like not being able to celebrate holidays with our friends and stuff. And I think people might be surprised. Like, I did not really feel left out growing up. I think the reason for that is my parents did a good job of, first of all, teaching us like why we weren't celebrating. So I felt like we had a good reason not to. And then they would do special stuff for us so that we didn't feel left out. So, like, sometimes if it was going to be like a whole day of like holiday stuff at school, my mom would pick me up early and she would take me to McDonald's. We'd get like a Happy Meal, or we'd go to Dairy Queen and get ice cream. So I feel like my parents did a good job of doing special stuff for us to make sure that we
Mhm.
didn't feel left out.
Yeah.
And I think you had kind of a similar experience.
Yeah, so like in lieu of Christmas, we always did like a family present day on my parents' anniversary,
Mm-hmm.
which was just like a celebration of us being involved in the family and their wedding. And so that was our Christmas. We all gave each other gifts and we all wrapped them in newspaper. Because at least
Cute.
that's the memory I have. Maybe that was only 1 year, but it was so, I don't know, it just made sense in my head. I was like, why wouldn't we wrap gifts in newspaper?
In
If that
newspaper.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, like those were such good memories.
Yeah.
And
That's awesome. I wish my
yes,
parents had done that.
right.
I
And
mean, we got
similar,
presents, but like, yeah, that's a
yeah.
great way to celebrate an anniversary with your kids.
Yeah, and I really liked that thought process with it too of like, yes, it's our wedding anniversary, or this instance, their wedding anniversary,
Mm-hmm.
but
Mm-hmm.
like it really is a celebration of what the family is
Yeah.
because that's where it all started. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's how we handled that. And then yeah, similarly, like I always felt like I had a solid reason for not doing it, and
Mm-hmm.
that gave me like the courage, I guess,
Yeah.
to not feel upset about it. And then
Mm-hmm.
same with you for birthdays or something. If
Yeah.
you know we told my parents it was a birthday, they always made an effort to take us and get a treat after to
Yeah.
commend us for standing up for what we believed in then. So
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
there was no neglect, and yes,
Yeah.
Halloween creeps me out hardcore. So
Seriously.
I never cared about that, and
Yeah.
like
I was gonna say, like I remember, yeah, if there was a birthday or something, I would go to the library and like just read books on my own. And like now as an adult, that sounds amazing. Like get me out of a social situation to go read a book by myself. Yes, please.
yes, I think there's like a permanent imprint of my butt in the hallway at my elementary school because yes, I was out there
Are you
so much.
sitting on the
And
floor?
yes, sitting on the floor. Yes, of course.
Oh,
And reading. And like I never minded that because I was,
yeah.
there's so
It's an
many books and
introvert's
so little
dream.
time. Mhm. Yeah.
Exactly.
You're
Yeah.
right. It does
But
sound
yes.
ideal right now, huh? Like get me out of this.
Yes. But yeah, about Halloween. Halloween still creeps us out. Like we are not into gory stuff. We're not into horror movies. The blood and zombies and vampires and all that stuff. Yeah. It's not our cup of tea.
No.
I Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I was thinking you said yesterday, like, I love the idea of going to a Halloween party, but having like rules where you can't dress up
Yes.
creepy.
You can't do anything scary.
No fake blood.
Yeah,
No,
because the idea
yeah,
of dressing up sounds so fun. Like I
right.
love, you wouldn't know it, but I love to do my makeup. uh, and like to just like go all out and do something like fun and
Hmm.
yeah, not creepy and have like an adult costume party. That
Yeah,
sounds fun to me.
yeah.
And if we had candy, that'd be great because I love candy. Like I have a really big sweet tooth. So like the idea of like getting free candy from your neighbors actually sounds really appealing.
I do think
But
it's insanely ironic that all year we teach the kids like, don't talk to strangers, don't accept candy from strangers,
right.
don't like ask, like all these
Right,
things.
yeah,
And then on
yeah.
Halloween, we're like, now it's fine. Go ahead.
Right, yeah. Go ahead.
Wish
We're
you
doing
luck.
it today. Yeah. What did Quinn say to your neighbor about her Halloween bucket?
Oh no. Yeah, they had a Halloween bucket, and he was
Did it
like, "Will
have
you?"
candy in it already or?
No, it was pre-Halloween.
Oh, okay.
Was it post? No, it was pre-Halloween. And
Okay.
he's like, "How? Like, what's this?" And she's like, "Oh,
Hmm.
it's my Halloween candy bucket. Like, I'm gonna go get candy in it." And he's like, he goes to the mom. He goes, "How does one get one of these buckets?" As if like getting the bucket automatically means it
Yeah.
was going to be filled with candy. It cracked
Right.
me up.
Yeah.
His
Oh
little
my gosh.
innocent mind. How does one
That's
get one of these buckets?
Yeah, that's so cute. I saw a video recently about this dad explaining Halloween, like trick or treating to his son who was like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And it was so adorable because he was like, you go and you knock on your neighbor's doors and you say trick or treat and they give you candy. And his jaw dropped. He was floored that this is the world he lives in. He was like, no way. It was adorable.
Oh my gosh.
So, yeah.
Yeah,
I,
I've never been a fan of Halloween for obvious reasons. Yuck.
mhm,
It's and I know not everyone does the gross Halloween stuff, but
mhm.
I
Some
do
people are really
have
into the creepiness.
people love the creepy. And
Yeah.
if you love it, own it. I love that for
Yeah.
you. Just please don't do it
Bring it
to
to me.
me.
Yeah.
I have like I swear I have PTSD from a couple experiences. One, I was on a stranger's porch and it was right around Halloween time and they had, those like plastic Rubbermaid bins, those like
Hmm.
huge ones.
Uh-huh. For like storage.
Yeah, they had
Uh-huh.
that, well, what I thought was that on their porch. And all of a sudden, the lid pops open and a vampire like sits up and I think he was like
Yeah.
I have never moved so quickly in a pair of heels.
Yeah.
I like even just it scared me so bad. And then like I went to Knott's Berry Farm. No, what was that? I went to Cedar Point right around Halloween time too. And again,
Hmm.
like Cedar Point goes all out for Halloween. And it didn't occur to us to leave the park before the sun went down. And so all these like actors and the creepy people were coming
Oh,
out and this
geez.
guy comes up behind me with a like sheet metal and he's like shaking it right behind me
Oh my God.
and he's like breathing on my neck and they can't touch you but of course if they get a reaction out of you they're going to keep going.
Right. You
And
were the perfect person to get a reaction from.
I think that was my first legit panic attack. I remember like
Oh
curling up in the fetal
no.
position, and the couple I was with, he's like, "Okay, guys, you gotta back off now. Like she's done." And then we
Yeah.
sprinted for the exit, and we were chased. People
Oh
chased us because
my
we were
gosh.
running.
That is terrifying.
Guys for committing to their jobs, but please don't. Please don't. If
Seriously.
you ever do
Yeah.
that and you see someone so upset, please stop.
Yeah,
Not
exactly. If
nice.
you see someone having a panic attack, please leave them alone.
Oh, yeah.
I remember a story. My cousin must have been like 10, 11, 12. And, we would forget it was a holiday because we
Mhm.
didn't do anything special. So, her doorbell rang and she went to go answer it and opened the door, saw them, screamed bloody murder, and then like slammed the door in their face. I just think these kids were like, first of
What?
all, our costumes are freaking awesome. Like, we must look really scary right now. And second of all, lady, where's our candy? Like, I just think that
Oh my
was
gosh.
hilarious. But
I want to
yeah,
hear that story from those children's perspective now.
I know, right? They'd be like, you'll never believe what happened. We scared this girl so bad.
Oh, yeah.
Next, Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah, Thanksgiving.
So,
Tomorrow. Happy Thanksgiving.
oh, that's right. Happy Thanksgiving. It
Yeah.
is tomorrow when we're recording
Yeah.
this. Honestly, I had to like research every year why we didn't celebrate Thanksgiving because I would always forget and I'd be like, so we shouldn't be
Well,
thankful. no. Like, but no, there was other reasons. But honestly, Thanksgiving sounds wonderful. Be thankful for what you have. Spend some nice time with your family. To be honest, I think we did celebrate Thanksgiving a few times. Like, because everyone had off from work, so we would all get together. Turkeys were like a penny at the store, so we would have like a turkey dinner on Thanksgiving, and I'd be like, "Guys, this looks a little sus," but I'm not gonna say anything.
Just pass the stuffing. Yeah,
Yeah.
we pretty much every year had a turkey dinner, just not
Hmm.
on Thanksgiving. That
Okay.
was like that was
Yeah.
where the line was drawn. But
Hmm.
yeah, we've always done it to the point where there's recipes that I enjoy making every year.
Oh,
So
really? See, I'm not a fan of turkey either.
I could take or leave the turkey. Although I
Yeah.
heard there's a restaurant in town that does a smoked turkey that is like
Oh.
legitly incredible. And I would
I
I
would
would be
try
willing
that.
to try that. But yeah, the turkey
Yeah.
honestly tastes like chicken. It's rarely well done, in my
I
opinion.
know
Like
it's always dry.
it's always dry. I
Yeah.
haven't
If
cracked the
someone,
code. I've brined it and basted it, and I haven't injected the butter directly into it, but I know people do that. Yeah,
interesting.
yeah.
You just get a syringe and a needle and just inject butter into
Big
your
ass
turkey.
syringe full of malt
Where
inject.
would one go about finding one of those big
I
syringes?
don't know, and that's been my question. Where
I'm
do
like,
people? I'm sure if I looked up turkey baster needle injector,
right.
it would come up or be like, "You have diabetes. See your doctor."
Yeah. You have to know someone who works in the medical field so they can, snag stuff from the hospital before Thanksgiving.
How do they have needles big enough to pull butter
Yeah.
through them?
Um, we have some pretty thick needles.
And a
If
follow-up
it's
question,
melted,
where are you putting those thick needles?
we use thick needles to like drop medications, usually. It's not
Okay,
going
okay,
into people.
okay.
Yeah.
That brings me comfort. Okay, thank you
Yeah, you're
for
welcome.
clarifying that.
But I find that it is ironic that like Black Friday is literally the day after we gave thanks for all the things we have, and then we're trampling people to get deals.
Let's be
Um,
thankful.
right.
Do you
So
appreciate, like, remember, I think it was probably like early 2000s where, yeah, like people were trampling and being killed. Like, there's that, what was it, a
yeah,
woman at Walmart or something? Like, horrendous,
yeah,
ridiculous things. And now I feel like companies have adapted where it's like the whole week of Thanksgiving is Black Friday. I think I heard
yeah,
2 or 3 weeks ago, like a Black Friday sale was happening now at J.C.
yeah.
Penney or something. And I'm like, really, guys? It's not even
I know we're not
like,
even close.
yeah.
Yeah,
So I feel like it's taken the pressure off. However, it's also ramped up consumerism in that aspect.
yeah, for sure.
So,
I saw a sale the other day on this website I was looking at, and it was like sale ends today, and I'm like, it's not even Black Friday yet. That don't make no sense. Like,
it don't make no sense.
yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, or like people camping out to like get it
Hmm.
to. It's like the deals aren't that good.
No, they're
Like you
not.
can find good deals other times of the year. It's
Yes.
not worth it.
Yes. And I
Yeah.
I don't know if it's true or not, but I've heard that like, specifically on Amazon and stuff, they actually up the cost of something. That way when they bring it down for the Black Friday sale, it's really
Uh,
not, you're not getting
right.
a deal,
You look
right? It's
like you're
all,
getting a huge sale, but yeah,
yeah.
they up the price. I would not be surprised if that happens. Yeah.
But with all that being said, I will be doing some shopping in a few days.
Exactly.
I do have things in my cart that I
You
want.
know, we went Black Friday shopping one year and I went with my sister and some friends and Macy's opened like at 10 p.m. Thanksgiving Day. And so we drove down to near Seattle and we shopped all night long and we didn't get home till 7 a.m. And it was the most fun I've ever had. And I was like, I wanted to get like a couple of things. I think I wanted to get like a Blu-ray DVD player. That shows you how long ago it was.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, but like, I was like, I'm not gonna be like upset if they sell out or I don't like, it wasn't a serious
Hmm.
shopping experience. So we were like, let's just have fun. Starbucks was open. Like, we just had the best time. And
Huh.
yeah, we got home at 7 a.m. and it was great. Yeah, I'll always remember that. It was really fun.
Yeah, edged sword.
That's
Okay, what
Thanksgiving
holidays
for us
next?
and Black Friday.
Can we talk about Valentine's
Christmas.
Day?
Talk about what?
Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
Or you want
I
to go
mean,
in
I was
order?
just going in order of when they occur, but
Okay,
if
fine.
you
Let's
want
talk
to
about
talk about
Christmas.
Valentine's.
We're done.
Christmas. I love Christmas.
Hmm.
I always have. I love the lights. Me and my sister used to play this game on our way home from church Wednesday nights. We would count how many houses we could find with Christmas lights on.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was fun.
they really
But
are
yeah,
very attractive.
I know. So
Lights.
I love like the minimalist Christmas decor, like all white lights. I like the garlands and the wreaths and those little ceramic houses that you can put a candle in and it looks like it's like lit up inside.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, I love all of that. I think it's so cute. I don't like the like green and red everything,
Hmm.
but yeah.
There's so many different like aesthetics that you can go with Christmas. Like,
Mm-hmm.
remember when the icicle lights were all the rage?
Yeah.
But there was like the well done ones, and then like the ones from Rite Aid
Right.
that were
The ones from Timu.
they were like demented, like all messed up, like
Yes.
those.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's like the cartoony over the top ones that we just passed a
Yeah.
house. There was not an inch of that house that in yard that was not covered in something. And it was so
Wow.
overstimulating. But also the kids were just like entranced by it.
Yeah, I bet.
Um, and yeah,
What I
it
love
is.
about Christmas, I know like again, it's turned into a lot of consumerism and like
Yeah.
I was grateful growing up to not celebrate Christmas because I was like, I don't have the money for this holiday. Like
Hmm.
thank God I don't have to buy everybody I love in my life a present because that gets expensive.
Yeah.
But I love again the idea of just like spending time with family, like everyone wearing matching pajamas, waking up and opening your presents. Like it sounds like a lovely time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. And this is where people messaged us quite a bit about what
Oh
their
yeah.
traditions are. And I
Mm-hmm.
liked that it spanned from, yeah, like traditions of giving things or doing things to like kind of the intention behind it and the spending quality time. Like someone on TikTok, shout out to Boise Digital Collective. Thank you for your message. She said, one thing my husband, son, and I have started doing is inviting older couples in our neighborhood over for Christmas Eve dinner. She said, each year who comes is different. This year, our favorite couple across the street, all of their kids are out visiting others, and so they are alone. So they've invited them over. She said they usually
So
have
sweet.
2 to 3 couples come, and it's been a really fun tradition. Like, what a sweet way
I
to
know.
include get to know your neighbors
Yeah.
and to like share the love. I thought that was
Yeah, I
such
love
a
that.
sweet message.
That is super sweet. And way to like think about others,
Yeah.
which is kind of also the reason for the season.
Right.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
super sweet.
My sister made the comment that that time of year, like it's cozy, things have slowed down, right? Like that's kind of the
Yeah.
point. And
You have
so
time
rather
off of
than,
work and stuff. Yeah.
yeah, and it's quieter, it's typically calmer, and that the
Hmm.
weather is like forcing you to be inside and to kind of do that nesting thing. And
Yeah.
so like their traditions are, they make cinnamon rolls and bacon in the morning, and then they snack on food from the night before, and they watch Captain Ron. That's what they do. And I love that.
That's awesome.
Like,
See, and
what
that's
a
what I love.
random.
Yeah. And that's what I love about holidays is that like you can decide what your personalized version of the
Mhm.
holidays look like. It doesn't have to be what everybody else does. Like in our case, it probably won't be what everybody else
Yeah.
does just because of how we were raised. But yeah, you get to decide like how much of it you want to embrace, what you want to do, what your family traditions are going to look like. And I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, so I have a funny story. And I have told my family this, but I accidentally participated in a Christmas show in kindergarten when I was like, well, in kindergarten, like 5 or 6.
5. Yeah.
And yeah, and I was a reindeer. And I just remember we like sang a song and I like held up my little reindeer like poster or whatever it was. And not a single part of me was like, hey girl, you might want to rethink this. You don't celebrate Christmas, remember? Like
I
there was
love it.
no part of me that was like, I don't celebrate Christmas.
Yeah. Oh,
Um,
I forgot.
Whoops, yeah. And I had so much fun. It was a lot of fun. um,
Okay, so I want to circle back to Thanksgiving because
oh,
this message also came through. I forgot about this.
okay, yeah, please.
So her name's Kimball, and she said, "My new tradition is not doing Thanksgiving with my childhood nuclear family, right? Like your core
Okay.
family,
Yeah. Yeah.
but instead
Uh-huh.
just being free to enjoy it without uncomfortable moments with them. Because I am thankful that I got free of them. So why would I suffer in a day that's meant for something different?"
I mean, yeah, if you're thankful to not spend time with your family, that's okay
Yeah,
too.
that I loved that. Like, yes, and I think that really hits to the point of this podcast is in general of
Yeah.
like they're the things you might have done in the past, but how are you
Mm-hmm.
doing what's best for you now?
Yeah.
And like it's okay to let go of things. It's okay to add to things. It's okay to ditch things. Like
Yeah.
do what's best for you.
Mm-hmm.
And I loved the sentiment in that of like
Absolutely. Yeah.
it's okay to set boundaries, you know.
Too, like, there's, you know, all the jokes about these family holidays and all the family drama that comes along with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, so sometimes it's the best to spend time away from your family.
You know, I think it's similar to parenting where I'm a better parent when I get some time alone to
For
fill my
sure.
cup. So maybe it's the same. They
Yeah,
can enjoy their family time more when they're able to have some space to breathe. So
exactly.
kudos to you, girl. You get it, Kimball. You do your Thanksgiving. Yeah.
On that positive note, do you want to talk about New Year's?
It happens every year.
Every year.
I'm sleeping.
It's like
I
clockwork.
I think literally the only one I stayed up for was when it hit the year 2000.
Oh,
A
that's
because
right.
I thought, okay, so I have to ask Jake what it is. It's that like, you know, at the top of the like electrical pole, the telephone poles,
Uh-huh.
there's that like can. I thought
Uh-huh.
that was going to explode on Y2K. Apparently, in my head, like that was the computer that controlled the world or something. Mostly because I think I had seen it like sparking before in a storm. So I remember we cut paper into confetti, and
Uh-huh.
I didn't think we thought we were allowed to celebrate, and so we snuck out. Um, and really, like, was it midnight? It was probably 10 at night. Who knows? Anyway, but we walked up to the top of the street and we threw the confetti in the air and we watched the electrical pole.
Mm-hmm. Do
Jake's gonna
nothing.
murder me for butchering this. Like
Jake's an
that's what they call
electrician,
it.
for those of you who don't
Yeah,
know.
he's an electrician.
Yes, that's why we asked him.
But and nothing happened and then I went to bed.
Uh-huh.
And I think that was probably the last time I stayed up for New Year's.
Okay, and how old are you?
I can't do that math. I don't know. I'm
Just an
35
estimate.
and that was 20, I don't 11, 10,
Okay, okay.
11. I'm
Sorry.
I'm is there like steam coming out of my head for that math?
Yeah,
Like
I'm sorry that I brought it up.
this is
um,
interrogation.
yeah, I feel the same way. Like, I'm too old to stay up till midnight, and I certainly am not going to go to a party that lasts till midnight.
Yeah. Although, like, I love that episode of Friends where they have the New Year's
Yeah.
party and like they all
Yes.
kiss each other. Like that's so sweet. I love that.
Yeah. Who are you kissing?
And
And who would you
Jake.
rather have kiss you? Jake? Not you. I'm
Oh,
quoting Friends. I know who you're kissing. Who would you rather have kiss you? Me or Chandler? Ooh, good point.
oh, Phoebes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this year though we're going to a kids' New Year's Day party
Oh.
where we celebrate the New Year. I think on the 31st.
Okay, I was gonna say, is it the 31st or the first?
Yeah, I think. But that's exciting.
That sounds nice. Something for the kids.
Yeah, because I mean it is exciting, right? Like a new year.
Yeah.
Um, I am this year. I think for the first time. Well, no, that's not true. I did set a goal for last year.
Uh huh.
And I fished my wish, so that was exciting.
Good job.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, not a
Um,
lot of people like actually complete their New Year's resolution. So
well, it was to get a breast reduction, and
okay,
I
well,
did it.
you did it.
I did
Yay.
it. Yeah, I worked really hard to
Yeah.
convince the insurance company to make
You
to do
did.
it to pay.
You did. You did not give up.
Well, and like I set a reading goal on Goodreads, and I'm
Oh
freaking
yeah.
crushing that.
Dude,
Like,
me too. I actually
yeah.
upped my goal
Oh, you can
because
up it?
yeah, you can change it.
Yeah, why would I do that? I've already crushed it. Like, why?
Exactly.
Why set the bar
Exactly.
higher? But yeah, like looking
Nice.
into 2025, which does that blow anyone else's mind?
Yeah.
It's like we've set fiscal goals. I've set personal goals. Um,
Already for 2025?
yeah, they're not like concrete yet, but we're talking about them.
Okay. I love
But yeah,
that. Okay.
I'm ruminating, if you will.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I like that too. I have set New Year's goals or resolutions or whatever you want to call it before, and I usually don't do them. But I remember one time, like the first was on a Saturday, and I saw this thing that was like, I know all of y'all have already put off your New Year's resolution until Monday. It was like spot on. It was like, I feel called out. But
How are you going to start being disciplined on a Saturday? Come on.
exactly,
Yeah.
right? You don't start a
But
diet on a Saturday.
I saw a TikTok yesterday that was like reviewing my 2024 goals. And it was like, drink more water. And they crossed out more. Just drink water.
Just drink water. Yes.
Yeah. Manage my anxiety. And they canceled out manage my. And so it was just anxiety.
Exactly.
They did like
Crush that.
exercise daily. And it was like, just cross that whole thing out. Like,
Yeah, right. I saw that something like that too. Yeah. It's true. You have to adapt, okay? But I like
do.
the idea of also like setting attainable goals. Like if your
Yeah.
goal is to work out 3 times a week, set a goal for 1 time a week.
Mhm.
And if you hit it, cool. If you hit 3, you crushed it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, and
Bringing the bar down is basically what I appreciate.
yeah, on the same token, like not all goals have to be like reachable. Sometimes it's good to set the bar a little bit higher so that you do strive for it. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
a tricky thing because you don't want
Yeah.
to set yourself up for failure. So I think you have
Right.
to be selective in what areas of your life you do set those goals.
Yeah,
Um,
100%.
I love that we're speaking about this as if we're experts in doing this, and this is
Right.
this is not.
This is not a
We're
regular
not.
occurrence for
Take this all
us.
with a massive pile of salt, not just a grain, a pile.
Yeah. Okay, your favorite Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day. Okay, I love hearts, pink, roses, chocolate. Love. I love it all.
It
Sparkles.
could be called Tea's Day.
It really could. I yeah, like in school, always got a ton of Valentines, which made me
Mm-hmm.
feel so good. I was telling Heather that boys would like take stuff from their sisters to give to me. Like a kid took like all his sisters like headbands and barrettes and gave me like a bag. And I came home and I was like, "Look, mom." And she's like, "First of all, unsanitary. Second of all, not yours. Give them back." And I was like, "But why?" And I think I
He likes
may or
that.
may not have kept a few. But
Oh
yeah,
my
I just
gosh.
love like it's good to feel loved. And I like the
Yeah.
chocolates and I like the pinks and I like the sparkles. And
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, I am pro Valentine's Day. Have I done anything with it? No, not yet, but I like it. It's pretty, it's happy, it's sparkly. Like biggest
It's all
cheerleader
about
for Valentine's
love.
Day.
I love how you
Yeah.
didn't mention love or Jake at all.
I mean, I do.
Right. Yeah. No.
And he knows. He knows.
Okay.
Although
I,
okay, so in his defense, when we were dating, I told him I thought fresh flowers were a waste of money because I
oh
didn't have any
no.
money. And so he has stuck by that so well,
Yes.
though, that I think he has bought me flowers one time. And so while I applaud his attention to detail in what I said,
Right.
I'm giving you permission, Jake. You can buy me flowers sometimes,
Right.
just so you know.
Like
But yeah,
we now have money for flowers, so
we
you
now
can
can afford some
disregard what
flowers.
I said.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is really nice to get. I like getting flowers spontaneously though. Like
yeah.
I don't like I feel like on Valentine's Day sometimes like you expect stuff
I'm
or I assume other people
still holding out for more jewelry.
that too.
Yeah,
That too. Yeah,
yeah.
jewelry's nice.
I'm
Um
overdue.
I I say this like from personal experience. Like I expect something on Valentine's Day, which I never have. But I prefer like spontaneous flowers, like just because you saw them and thought of me. Like
How's
you
that working
know,
out for you?
I get flowers. I do.
Well, there you go. Good job,
Yeah.
Edwin.
Yeah, good job, Edwin. He's doing a good job.
Love that.
Also, again, candy. I love those candy hearts, and I know people think they taste like chalk, but I love them. I will go through like several bags with them.
All I can think about is the Jim Gaffigan quote where he's like, "They
Yeah.
taste like
Tastes like
antacids."
toothpaste. Yeah. It's like I gotta eat 12 more to get the taste out of my mouth. Yeah, getting cards, the Valentine's Day cards at school.
Yeah.
I loved that. I'd be like, I don't celebrate, right? You know that I didn't get you a card? Okay, thank you. I'll take that. It's just cute as a kid
Yeah.
to give each other little love notes.
Tell you what, like overhearing, we're at a birthday party and I heard this kid tell another kid, she's like, I have 4 boyfriends, right? And the kid was like, yeah, I know. And I
Wow.
forget like but it was like, I'm sitting there overhearing that, like, what on earth? You're 5. Calm
Seriously.
down.
4. That's
Yeah,
more
because
boyfriend.
it's true.
I know. I'm being shown up by a 5-year-old. Speaking of kids, I consider birthdays a holiday, right?
Yeah,
Are they
I
technically?
think so.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. So we didn't celebrate birthdays either. I feel like you, especially Taya, as a mom, have seen a lot of birthdays.
Seeing more. There is so much etiquette to learn about these things. Like when you're not raised doing these things,
You have no
I don't know
idea.
how many faux pas I have done. Like, do you give a gift? Do you not? Do you have to show up with something? Do you not? Do you have to supply goodie bags? Do you like
Oh,
there
wow.
are
Yeah.
so many like little aspects to these things. Sometimes it's very stressful and
I
thank
bet.
you for everyone who's been patient and overlooked said faux pas that we have done because I don't
We
know.
didn't know.
I
Yeah.
didn't know. It's all
Yeah.
sincere. Like we are going to our first official Thanksgiving tomorrow. And so I texted some of my girlfriends and I was like, okay, do I have to bring a hostess gift? Should I bring poinsettias? And they're like, no, that's Christmas. Don't show up with poinsettias. And I was like, I don't know. I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
Tell me what to do.
Yeah.
But
Oh, that's hilarious.
yeah, birthdays, they're fun, but dear God, the cost involved in this. Like
Yeah.
renting out spaces and the cake and the if you choose to do goodie and I'm just like, do I love them this much to do this? Kidding. But like I just didn't realize how much is involved. And so like
Yeah.
hats off to all the parents who commit to doing this because your kids must really feel the love. And
Seriously.
I think that's pretty cool.
My first birthday experience was Willow's 4-year-old birthday party. And I mean, I love Willow, but honestly, I came for the cake. I'm just kidding. Don't tell her that. And it was as someone who does not have kids, it was a lot. It was a lot
Hmm.
of children running around and
Which is funny
screaming.
because there was what 3, 5, 6, 7
Yeah,
children.
it
That's
wasn't
it.
even like a huge birthday
There was,
party, but I was
yeah.
like, wow, this is a lot of noise in one place. Not what
So
I'm
much.
used to, but it was really sweet to see, I don't know, just everyone come together and celebrate Willow.
Yeah. And I like a sentiment behind birthdays specifically where it's not like, okay, everyone, like it's my day, focus on me. It's
Right.
more of your friends having an opportunity to say, dang it, girl, we love you. Like, we're
Yeah.
so stoked to have you in our life.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just embrace you for a day or an evening
Yeah.
or a drink or whatever. Like, it's just that showering of love really does make you feel special and
Yeah.
appreciated. And
$100%.
I wasn't expecting that. Like, I kind of was expecting to be getting a little bit of like an ick from it. And I didn't.
Really?
Yeah,
Like
honestly, like,
embarrassed kind of to have the attention on you or
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I see that. Uh-huh.
Where, like, I do think if a group was to, like, sing happy birthday to me, I'd be like, "Haha, what do I do with my hand?"
Right. Exactly.
Like, do you think Talladega Nights where
What do I
his
do?
arms is just coming up? But yeah, no, it didn't it felt very sweet, and maybe that's
It
because
does.
everyone, like, did it kind of understatedly. I'm sure there are people
Yeah.
who thrive on who really
Huge
like
birthday
that kind
parties.
of, like, over the top display, but
Yeah. Like I don't think I'd ever have like a party for myself, but like I just had a birthday last weekend. Taya and a few of our girlfriends all got together for dinner at like my favorite pizza place, and it was lovely.
yeah.
It's so nice to hear like happy birthday and to get a hug from your friends. It makes you feel special.
Yeah, for birthdays.
Yay for birthdays. I don't know how parents do it. Because I feel like when there was a time where like you had a birthday like every weekend, twice a weekend, like it's a lot when you have kids and they have their friends and yeah.
It's kind of a catch-22 because it's great to be able to go to these parties because then the kids go and play and it's typically at like a place that they love, whether it's like the park or we just went to one at like an indoor playground and the kids just go bonkers in there for 2 hours. So it like gets out all their nervous energy, but
Yeah.
then they're also having cake, so then they're more jacked up and then they're
Yeah.
overstimulated when they get home. And so it just is this like, oh, crescendo.
Yeah.
But It is fun. And like now that Quinn is in school,
Mm-hmm.
like seeing him meet up with his little school buddies is so cute. And like the way they
Yeah.
like run up and they like have a thing that they do together and then they run off. And I know Willow the whole time was like, I can't wait to meet Hudson. And it was just so cute that she like
It's
cared,
adorable.
and yeah, she got to like play with the birthday boy and thought she was is just like so special. And
Yeah.
so yeah, birthday they can be a lot, but they're typical.
And again, I'm not going to say no to presents, you know?
Who?
I love giving presents, but
Mhm.
accepting them is nice too.
Yeah. I worked at a gym, and for someone's birthday, they would like plaster the front doors of the gym with pictures of those people, typically from their like social media and stuff.
Yeah.
And it was so cute. And then of course everyone who came in that day would, look for that employee and
Oh,
tell him
yeah.
happy birthday. And I
Uh-huh.
loved that. That's not
That's
about
cute.
gifting at all, but that just popped into my head. So I was thinking
Yeah.
about holidays. Like that was a cool thing that they did. Think about like
Right.
coworkers and yeah, and I think typically like my bosses would take them out for a margarita or something across the parking lot. Um, yeah, it just like it fosters a cool and
Relationship
like yeah,
and culture
community at
at
work.
work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I liked that. I thought they handled that really well. Hi, Sham and Cindy.
That's nice. Must be
Yeah.
nice to work not in healthcare for that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. We don't really get a whole lot of like employee appreciation things. It's like, here's your pen that says the name of the hospital. Thank you. You're a hero. I feel like, are there any other, like, there's 4th of July?
Oh, yeah, I mean, that's a thing. Yeah.
That's a thing. I mean,
Mhm.
I won't say no to a hot dog.
4th of July, honestly, the fireworks just irritate me. They're illegal in the city
Mm.
limits. Please stop. It
Yeah.
it scares my cat and dog. It's annoying. Go.
I was going to say the same about New Year's. Like, midnight is too
Yeah.
late to be making
Yeah.
so much noise. Okay?
The crotchety one who's like, knock it off,
Right.
kids.
I'm trying to sleep. Oh, but we did go to a 4th of July parade this last
Yeah.
year, and that was really nice. It was a beautiful day.
180s. Dear God. But
We
it's
live
yeah.
in the Pacific Northwest, and 80 is too hot. We are melting. But yeah, it was just a nice,
The kids love it.
day.
And I don't maybe
Again, candy.
yeah. Well, that was Heather's beef with it, right? It was like, why is the candy only for the kids?
I know. Well, I had to send like Quinn and Willow out. I'd be like, hey, you see that candy right there? Go get it for me. Or like Quinn would come back with his bag and I'd be like, oh, what do you have in here? Let's take a peek.
Don't mind if I do.
You have 2 of these.
Honestly,
Yeah.
there's always so much candy. It's crazy. But yeah, it's fun. And
Mhm.
I don't know if it's this small town or all small towns, but there seems to be a pretty legit parade that lasts like a
Yeah.
solid couple hours. It's
It was a
long.
good parade.
And the kids love it. I know the whole town gets together for a town picture at like 10,
Oh,
and then
wow.
the parade starts at 11 or something like that. But people show up at like 7 and 8 in the morning to stake
Yeah.
out their claim on the sidewalk.
Right. Put out their
That's crazy
chairs.
to me.
Like, yeah.
Oh yeah, chairs, coolers, like they
Serious.
are there,
Yeah.
which is pretty impressive.
Do they always have it like on the 4th? Like, what if the 4th? I think
Yeah.
the 4th was on a weekend this
Well,
year.
it's a national holiday, so
Oh, I
no
guess
one's
so.
working.
You're off of work. Unless you work in healthcare.
You got a bone to pick with that right now.
I have thoughts. I have thoughts about healthcare.
Can't wait to hear said thoughts. So, what are we talking about next week?
Okay, so next Wednesday, I'm really excited about this topic. We're talking about making new friends, which is really hard to do as an adult.
Mm-hmm.
And we have made such good friends in the last few years. And I'm like really proud of our friend group. So yeah, I'm excited to talk about that and to dive into like how we went about, because literally a lot of the friends we have, we didn't even know 3 years ago. And now they're like super close, good friends.
Yeah, I too am very excited to dive into this topic. And I think it's such a universal one because,
For sure.
Obviously, yes, we are in our 30s and we have our own reasons for needing to make new friends. But whether you move or you just had kids or there's just so many reasons why you would need to make new friends. Maybe you've grown out of your old friends or you're leaving behind habits that they do. Like it's just so universal and a
Yeah.
struggle that I see people our age having. And I'd love to
sure.
dive into, like you want to leave us a comment on our Instagram or send us an email at tffopodcast@gmail.com. Tell us like, you've had any experience with this. How has it gone for you? What's your struggles?
How do you make new friends?
Yeah, how do you
Because
do it?
yeah.
Are you the person coming up to the other person on the treadmill and being like, "Hi, you want to be my friend?" Like, what's your secret? How do you do
Right.
it?
I remember when I was a kid, my first best friend came up to me and she's like, "Hey, do you want to be my best friend?" And I was like, "Yeah." And it's just not that easy anymore.
It's not.
Why can't it be? Why can't it be?
Let's make it that easy again.
Yeah, right? I love that.
So yeah, we can't wait to talk about that next week. And we have all the thoughts and feelings, but send us
Mhm.
yours and we'll
Yep.
talk about them too.
We will see you guys next Wednesday. Thank you all for listening. And don't forget to subscribe, rate the show, and follow if you enjoyed this episode.
If you didn't, that's okay too.
Yeah. If you didn't, we don't want to hear about it. Okay. Just kidding.
Okay.
Okay. Well, thanks for listening, guys. Bye.
Bye.